Started with the whisper, and now it's when I kissed her.
Welcome back to New Day. I'm thinking about when I was 23. Would I have turned down $3 billion? That's precisely what Evan Spiegel, he's a young CEO of Snapchat, has done. Facebook reportedly offered the multi-billion-dollar acquisition deal only to be rebuffed. Was this a smart move by the photo messaging app company or a costly mistake? We're going to figure it out with Brett Larson, host of Tech Bites, and Christine Romans, our CNN chief business correspondent. Let's start with you, Brett. First, for the old fogies like us, explain what Snapchat is and why this technology is so sought after.
Well, I think what happened was he waited 10 seconds and the Facebook deal. Zing! I think he's waiting around to see who's going to bring the better deal. Snapchat is this explosively popular messaging service that lets mostly teenagers communicate in short messages and photos and videos that only last for 10 seconds. So if I send you a picture, you're going to see it for 10 seconds and bam, just like Mission Impossible, it's gone. It disappears.
And that's what they love about it. And young people do not want a track record. They don't want something that a potential employer, their parents can look at and see. So it's this really kind of private. And young people is what Facebook needs. Facebook needs young people. That's why it was a multi-billion-dollar offer.
So Facebook, you would think, would make an offer that you could not refuse. $3 billion sounds like an offer you can't refuse. Why?
Look, Zuckerberg,
did he refuse?
If he wants to give me $3 billion cash, I'll find a way to make teenagers interested in Facebook.
Where's the number come from? What's the argument that this CEO could hold out? What's the number?
Well, they must think that they could get more, or they're going to do another round of funding that's going to give the owners and the founders more of a stake.
Are there comparables that give this sanity,
if they would eventually go public, maybe they could get even more money than
Or is there a chance this guy is making a bad business decision
right
now?
There's definitely a bubble chance on this, but I think the money comes from the fact they have 300 million exchanged photos now. That's what they're up to, and in a very short period of time. So they have several million users, and so the users that translate into lots of eyeballs on a product.
How do they make money, though? How do they make money?
And this is, again, it's another company that has no revenue stream.
Yes.
Here's an interesting question, because we know in business things kind of move at lightning speed. You flinch, somebody else has got similar technology and can come in and take your space.
And this is where it's a little risky for Snapchat, because it wouldn't be difficult for Facebook with the kind of money they have after going public, $100 billion of value. It wouldn't be difficult for them to just create a similar product, appeal to the Facebook users, and maybe pick up a few hundred million other users.
But you got brand identity, you have that they have infrastructure in place, you have that they have a buyer base in place, their customer base. Those things take time, and as you said, lightning speed, you want to get it done now. That's why they'd acquire. But I still want to know, are there comparables out there that justify this CEO saying, well, look what they got. Look what this was worth.
This is all new territory. I mean, they don't make any money.
Because he can't just say it. He's got a board, right?
2.5 years old.
He had to go to his board, and they had to say, okay.
It's not like he just sat there being a stubborn child.
Who's made more with this kind of product?
I don't know who's on his board, but they still are in a beachfront bungalow in Venice Beach, California.
But like Instagram, did they get better valuations?
No,
Instagram offered $1 billion. Was offered $1 billion, and it was similar. It was Facebook needed to be in the mobile space.
And we thought that was crazy. We thought that was crazy money for $1 billion. Now you're talking about $3 billion for something that's 2.5 years old. It's
very popular with kids.
It's cool.
How many?
With teenagers. There's 300 million messages is what they're up to.
And how long has this been around?
A little more than a year. And that's what's kind of crazy about it. They got their first round of funding just this past year in February.
But the other thing that's really troubling about this space, right? We're talking about teenagers and we're talking about technology.
Yes.
Those are it's a fickle combination. 6 months from now, they're on to something else.
And if they start to see ads, will they be turned off and go to something else? This is the trick with trying to monetize social media. I mean, Facebook, that's your parents are on Facebook, right? So Snapchat, no one can see the pictures you're sending of each other. And yes, there are those kinds of pictures that are traded.
Especially now, if you tell me it's going to disappear in 10 seconds.
On it.
Chris is signing up for an account as we speak.
What if you take a picture of the video that I just sent you?
Yes, but then
it does live on,
the other person gets a notice saying that there's been a screen grab of that. So you know if someone has kept the message. It can be kept. But look, the whole idea is these are consenting, not adults, kids who are trying to have an off-the-record conversation. And they love that.
And the problem is, if everyone starts using it, the growth question, I think, is a problem. Because if everyone starts using it, that's why teenagers started moving away from Facebook. So they're going to start moving away from Snap.
Is it worth $3 billion? I want to take it.
Right.
Would you take
Snapchat?
You guys take it.
Guys, I want to show you, because we're talking about kids, I want to show you some good kid video. This is not not going to disappear. We're never too young to live our dreams. You're watching 5-year-old Taranza McKelvin made his debut as drum major this weekend, taken to the field along with Florida Glade Central High School marching band during halftime. Boy, did fella put on a show. He caught the drum major bug watching videos, apparently, of the band performing, and he started mimicking the steps. The band director actually says Taranza picks up the moves quicker than some of his high school students. It's exuberance, right? When you got the fire in your belly and you want to dance, you really look at him go.
5 years old.
He's no joke.
He makes this suit look good.
I know he does. The problem is, you know, kids at that age, they like to wear those costumes on off days. He'll be wearing that to school.
Right. It's like, I can't wear my
You know, when you see kids like wearing Superman and cowboy outfits when they're going grocery
Kids at
shopping.
that age spend most of their day examining what comes out of their nose. That is amazing what he's able to do.
He does
come
that.
on, Christine.
He can multitask.
5 years old? That kid is a
Parents of little
phenom.
boys understand what you're talking about.
I offer him $3 billion.
And guess what? He does not have it. All right, coming up next on New Day.